Hi, Tina Williams here, and I'm going to give you the 3 things you must have in your forming documentation in order to be eligible to become a 501c3 tax-exempt nonprofit. First, you have to have a purpose, and the IRS defines an exempt purpose as anything that is charitable, religious, educational, scientific, literary, testing for public safety, fostering national or international amateur sports competition, and or preventing cruelty to children or animals. And charitable is further defined as relief for the poor, the distressed, or underprivileged. You can read the definition of an exempt purpose on the IRS website. For our purpose, you want to copy and paste into your purpose section on your Articles of Incorporation something like this. The purpose or purposes for which the corporation is organized are, and then insert your company name. And so your company name is organized exclusively for charitable and educational purposes under Section 501c3 of the Internal Revenue Code or a corresponding section of any future federal tax code. Then insert your company name again, and then provide the service that you are going to be providing to your community. In this case, we're saying we will provide mentorship, coaching, and human services to youth. Second thing you have to have are the 3 clauses that IRS requires in order for you to be eligible to be tax exempt in your forming documentation. So in your Articles of Incorporation that you file with your state, you have to have these 3 clauses there. If you don't have them there, the IRS will reject your application to become tax exempt. So, clause 1, basically this clause says that you are not going to carry on any activities not permitted by the code. And as you can see, there's some legalese here. This is what you copy and cut and paste into your forming documentation. Make sure that you insert your company name there. Clause number 2, basically this says that no part of the earnings are going to be for the benefit of the founders and officers, etc., except for reasonable compensation. So you see the legalese there, you just insert your company name and the article number. Then clause number 3, all assets are to go to charitable cause upon dissolution. So that has to be there because they want you to make sure that if you close, you're going to use all the money that you raised for your exempt clause. There's the legalese there. You're going to copy and paste that, put your name in there, and voila. The other thing that you need to have in your forming documentation in order to be a tax exempt organization is a good board. So a good starter board includes 5 people. That would include the executive director. The executive director is the only person on the board that is allowed to get paid. And this is usually going to be the founder or you if you're starting the nonprofit. Second person is the chairperson or the president of the board. This person is important. They need to be a mover and a shaker and okay with working with no pay, at least at the beginning. And then treasurer. Your secretary is going to be important because they record everything that happens at the meeting, who attended, what the votes were. And then you want to have another person that just doesn't have a title. One thing that is important, no family members on the board. So the IRS will be looking for that. So if you have any family members on the board, you have to disclose that you have family members on the board, and that could hold up you getting your 501c3 tax exemption or even preclude you from getting your tax exemption. It is also important when you go for grants because the grant makers are going to be looking at that, and when you have a lot of family members on the board, you may not get grants because they want to know that you have people on your board that are going to be voting fairly and using the money for your exempt cause. And if you have family members, that could be skewed. So that's it in a nutshell. If you like this video, you can subscribe to the channel. And if you want those clauses to be able to copy and paste into your forming documentation, you can go ahead and download those free now.